You know, the one thing you can say about being an Eagles fan is it is never boring. It is never boring being an Eagles fan. I mean, we got the November 3rd trade deadline coming. We got talk about Zach Ertz going to the Arizona Cardinals. We got talk about Michael Thomas coming to the Eagles. We got Howie Roseman, Jim Schwartz going at it. We got the injury report. It is never boring being an Eagles fan. It is never boring double moonwalking that ass. Yo, everybody, how you doing? King Dingbat here. So today we have come with the hell is that? It's a big ass dog. Dallas still stinks. Everybody doing? King Dingbat here, and I hope everybody's having a good Friday. I hope you guys are doing well. It is a football Friday, thank God. And like I said in my intro, it is never boring being an Eagles fan because there's always something to talk about. There is always some proposed trade rumor, proposed idea, something crazy going on. And it's really fun to talk about. And I kind of wanted to go over some of these things going on because I don't feel like a lot of them are too well sourced, but they're things that people are talking about nonetheless. So I figured I'd do kind of like a rumor roundup type thing. We do have the trade deadline coming November 3rd, and it is my belief at this point the Eagles need to be sellers. They don't need to be acquiring players. They need to be selling off some of the older guys. It is time to let these guys go and let the youth play. And no matter whether they do that or not, they are going to be in this division hunt because you know why? The rest of the division stinks. So we can be in this division. We can fight for the division and maybe get some assets instead of having some of these older players. Now, the injury report just came out. It just came out as I was getting ready to film. I will be doing my preview prediction video later on tonight, and I will talk more about this injury report, but I just kind of wanted to go over who is not going to play, okay? And I'll get more into what it means for the team in this game in my next video, but I wanted to go over this, okay? The Eagles have ruled out 7 players, okay? Lane Johnson, he's out. Deshaun Jackson, he's out. Alshon Jeffrey, he's out. Avonte Maddox, he's out. Matt Pryor, he's out. Duke Riley, he's out. Marcus Epps, he's out. Now, I wish Lane Johnson was playing. I wish Avonte Maddox was playing. I wish Pryor was playing. But I got to tell you, and I got to be totally honest with you peoples, I am glad Deshaun Jackson's not playing. Alshon Jeffrey is not playing. Why do you ask? I'll tell you. Because I don't trust this coaching staff to put Travis Fulgham in when those vets that they're paying big money to be on this team come back. Especially now that we know Howie Roseman could be telling the Eagles coaching staff who is active, who is not active. So to me, we are giving Travis Fulgham one more week to prove that he is the best receiver on this team. And I think he is. I think Travis Fulgham is the real deal. And I want him out there every stinking snap. Okay, I want him out there every stinking snap. So, yes, Travis Fulgham, he is going to have to play a lot because Alshon and Deshaun are out. And isn't it funny? And I was reading this on Bleeding Green Nation, so give them credit for this. But they were talking about how the Eagles made a huge mistake not putting Alshon Jeffrey on the physically unable to perform list. Because I think that is the first 6 weeks of the season. So essentially, Casey Toohill, what was that tight end's name? Tagaya, whatever. He got picked up by the Colts, I believe. We lost young talent because they refused to put Alshon Jeffrey on the PUP list because they were hoping him to come back. And it cost us some young players, okay? Then you have Deshaun Jackson. He was supposed to be day-to-day with a hamstring injury. And this is what, like his third game in a row he's missing? I mean, it's a little ridiculous now. Let the young guys play. And when it comes to the trade deadline, that is coming. We have to be sellers, man. We have to be sellers. We have to go out and we have to make sure that we're not bringing in older players or assets. We're selling off and we're using some of our young guys. I mean, personally, the truth is this division stinks. Stinks. Division stinks. The Eagles are going to be in it no matter what. So you might as well let the young guys play. And I want to see Elijah Holyfield up. I think it is time to give him a shot. I said this in my Dingbat Nation video today. I think he's the next guy off the practice squad that is going to be very good. We need him up and playing over Corey Clement, over Boston Scott. Let's give these young guys a chance. Now, let's dive into a couple of these rumors because some of them, I just don't see it. Okay, especially the whole Michael Thomas thing. Now, this didn't come from a Philly reporter or anything like that. This came, I believe, from the Saints beat writers or reporters, somebody like that. Basically, some of the players on the Saints don't want Michael Thomas on the team anymore. Okay, he's had problems. They think that they should trade him, and they were saying that the Eagles are the best landing spot for Michael Thomas. I can assure you, this is not going to happen. 100% no shot. This will never happen. The Eagles will not give up what it costs and will pay him what he needs. And look, he's a great wide receiver, but it's just not happening. So let's just end that one right now. Second one, ESPN, they propose a trade. Let me see if I can find this trade here. ESPN proposes a trade in which the Eagles would send Zach Ertz to the Arizona Cardinals, okay? So the Eagles would trade Zach Ertz and a 6th-round pick to the Arizona Cardinals for Haason Reddick and a 3rd-round pick. Yeah, so a 2022 3rd-rounder, I should say. So a 2022 3rd-rounder. Okay, look, I think Haason Reddick has a lot of talent. Okay, he hasn't lived up to his billing. Maybe a change of place would help him. I'm okay with it, but I'm still giving them, in my opinion, a top tier tight end. I have to get more. I don't mind the 3rd-round pick, but it can't be a 2022 3rd-round pick. It's got to be 2021 3rd-round pick. Okay, if you want to give me a 2022 pick, it's got to be a 2nd-round pick. So this is an interesting trade. I would probably hold out for more. Hopefully that I can get more, but I'm not trading him for a 2022 3rd-round pick. It has to be 2021. Maybe 2022 2nd. That's about it. So I don't see this thing as likely. I think ESPN is just talking out the butt. I don't see much into it. I wouldn't buy it. But I'm totally open and totally think that if given an opportunity, the Eagles, they should definitely try to trade Zach Ertz. I would do it now. I wouldn't waste time. I would also try to trade Alshon. I would also try to trade Deshaun. I would also try to trade anybody who's close to 30 or over. That's just my opinion. But I don't see this specific trade happening, even though it would help both teams if the Eagles are given the right value back. Final rumor I want to talk about is something that supposedly comes from Adam Kaplan. And I shout out Fly Eagles TV for sending me this info. It was on Instagram. I couldn't confirm that Adam Kaplan actually said this, but what he was saying and what he was talking about, and I'll read it here, says, according per Adam Kaplan, Eagles defensive coordinator Jim Schwartz wanted Kenneth Murray in the 1st round. Totally think that he probably did. I mean, look at the stinking linebackers we have, okay? There was a lot of talk that the Eagles liked Murray and liked Queen and could go that way in the 1st round. And safety, so the 1st round they wanted Murray. And then in the 2nd round, he wanted safety Jeremy Chin, okay? That was the guy he wanted to go with. Howie Roseman, who has control, didn't do what he wanted and picked Jalen Hurts in the 2nd round. So they could have had Chin, the safety. That was a guy, very, very talented guy, a lot of upside. I really liked him coming out of the draft. If you got him in the 2nd round, he's probably playing right now. Okay, so this rumor of Jim wanted certain guys and Howie said no, this is kind of consistent. Now, I don't know if Adam said this. This says per Adam. I couldn't find anywhere where he said it, but this is kind of consistent what we've seen in the past with Howie Roseman and the Eagles. It just is. It's the way it is, okay? Howie Roseman takes the guys he wants and then he puts it on the, he gives a player to the coaching staff, even if it doesn't necessarily fit what they're doing. And now we find out he may be activating and deactivating players, saying who he wants to practice squad. How can you put the best players up for your system if your GM is always interfering? So I would not be surprised if this happens. Now look, they took a wide receiver in the 1st round. They needed a wide receiver, okay? We all know that. They took Jalen Reagor. Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing you have to remember. They took Jalen Reagor. Nobody's going to complain about them taking a receiver. They might not have took the guy you wanted. Okay, I would have took Ayuk there. A lot of people would have took Justin Jefferson. Fair enough. However, the whole reason the Eagles were drafting a wide receiver in the first round was why? Because they took Arcega-Whiteside the year before in the second round when they could have had DK Metcalf. Now, if Howie Roseman picks the right dude there, what happens? You are free in that first round to go defense. Okay? He basically handcuffed himself where he was forced to take a receiver in the first round because they were going off the board so quick. And that's because of the mistakes of the past. This is consistent with Howie Roseman, with his drafting, and this is why he has to go. Okay, if the Eagles, think about it, let's say a year ago, the Eagles took DK Metcalf. Now they could figure out a way to trade up for Murray or get Patrick Queen. Now you draft a linebacker in the first round. Then you could go whatever way you went in the second. I mean, well, I wouldn't take Ertz. That was a mistake. But, I mean, the truth of the matter is, each year you mess up a draft and you miss these big picks, it makes you have to go certain ways and do certain things you shouldn't have had to do if you picked the right guy. And we got to replace Howie Roseman as the GM who picks players. He can stay on the team. I don't care about that. Just let him do contracts. Worry about trades. Worry about the organization as a whole. But definitely put somebody in there that actually knows talent and has an eye for talent. I'm sorry. I don't like Jim Schwartz as a defensive coordinator. I don't like his scheme. But he's still a coach. He still has a better eye for talent, I'm sure, than Howie Roseman. He knows what kind of players he needs on his defense. I got to tell you, I don't believe the Ertz thing. I don't believe the Michael Thomas thing. I don't believe any of that crap. But this one has, I think, at least the possibility of being true because we've seen this in the past. Kind of crazy. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comment section. And of course, I will be back later tonight for my preview prediction video. And of course, we'll be streaming the Eagles on Sunday. I may even do a pregame live stream. I don't know yet. Just depends if I wake up early enough because the game starts early here. But with that said, take care. Talk to you later. And don't be a dingbat.